to get to, but first let's talk about Sunday Night Football. And the San Francisco 49ers pull out the win, but this was a game that the Chargers looked real good early on.
Yes.
Some adjustments, as you heard Jimmy Garoppolo say, they made at halftime.
Right.
And things changed. What was your big picture take on this game tonight?
Big picture thing is the 49ers did look like they were sleepwalking a little bit early on in the football game. I think the Chargers, more than that, if I was going to say something positive about them, brought the physical battle to the 49ers early on. I mean, that's been one of the issues, I think, with the Chargers football team, and why I picked the 49ers to win tonight. It's just I thought the 49ers would steamroll them. But they did a very good job stopping the run early on. They were aggressive with some down-the-field passes from Justin Herbert in the first half, something we haven't seen a whole lot of. So that kept them in the football game. But had some chances to really put the 49ers in some tough spots, right?
Yeah, what kind of mistakes did they make that really put them behind the eight ball
Well,
there?
I think the big thing is you saw the Aiyuk fumble. They got a short field. They settle for a field goal. They block a punt a series or two later. Short field again. 49ers defense holds them to a field goal. So there we are in an instance where maybe they could have been up 2 touchdowns, 3 scores, and they look up and they go, wait, we're only up 13-10, and we've kind of, or 13-3, and we've controlled and dominated the game in a lot of ways. And I think that was the big thing. And then the 49ers did go in at halftime to Garoppolo, and your point there. They made some adjustments, got the offense rolling, and their defense even dominated more in the second half.
Yeah, the Chargers did a great job stopping the run early in this game in the first half. You mentioned the San Francisco 49ers adjustments. They spread the ball out a lot more in the second half.
Yes.
That's the main thing that you saw with this, run defense, how the Chargers were able to limit that in the first half?
Definitely. They're just all the people inside the box, right? That was the big thing. And that's where you saw it was issues for the 49ers. Just not enough people to block all the people at the line of scrimmage. Hey, you see 8 people counted here, and then you got safeties like Derwin James who are just outside of the box there, or like an extra half a person. So what did the 49ers do in the second half? They said, you know what? Let's chill out with trying to run it up the middle with like 9 people there all the time. Let's get on the edge a little bit. If they want to smash all these people on the inside, then let's get on the edge, get McCaffrey out there. And they started using the Deebo Samuel and Christian McCaffrey decoy. Oh, wait, they were faking this guy. Look, here's the fake to Deebo Samuel. Oh, no, it's back to McCaffrey. Here he is on the edge once again. So they got the Chargers, Kathryn, defense to spread out a little bit, or at least think about running sideline to sideline. And then they got back to, all right, now we can hit them up the middle a little bit. They're trying to stop the edge. But a lot of people at the line of scrimmage throughout. And I think that's the big thing here is they just finally started to wear down a thinner, not a lot of great depth for the Chargers defense. And you start to see that pay off in the third and fourth quarter. But that was, to me, the main adjustment. Using the Samuel Christian McCaffrey combination and then getting him on the edge, run up the middle, and then you get my man Garoppolo to make just a few plays in the passing game, and that's all the 49ers want to do. They want to run, control the clock, play defense. Garoppolo make a play here or there, and they can be very dangerous.
Yeah, they've got all the weapons to do it, too, no doubt about that. These are some happy fans leaving San Francisco.
Look at that.
Yes, that means Jac and Rodney are going to be safe there in the stadium as we welcome them into the broadcast to talk all about their thoughts on this game.
We still got a lot of fans here. What's he talking about?
We sure do. Hey, we were halfway to meme land. I don't know if you thought. We all picked the San Francisco 49ers before the game started, and it really played out with the Chargers bringing the punch to San Francisco for a while. I want to ask about Shanahan, though, and the game he called. We've seen this play out a couple times this year with Jimmy Garoppolo. How'd you think he handled his quarterback throughout this game tonight?
Well, we always talk about Kyle Shanahan being a great play caller. And personally, I just think that he's limited as a play caller because he doesn't trust Jimmy G. He's got all the weaponry around him, but he doesn't trust him to throw the ball down the field. And it's evident. You can see the frustration on Kyle Shanahan's face. And to me, Cris, it's to the point where if you can't throw the ball down the field consistently, trusting your quarterback, you're not going to have a chance to get to the big dance.
Well, one of the most exciting plays in the game was when they got George Kittle a catch-and-run opportunity. Remember the way he got that full head of steam going? He's throwing defenders off as he runs down the field. How could he finish the game with one catch?
Yeah,
one catch.
And that's my problem with Kyle. I love Kyle, but he has to do a better job of getting his playmakers involved. George Kittle is a threat. Yeah. Nobody wants to tackle him. No defensive back, no corner, no safety. Nobody wants to tackle him because he's so big and he runs with such violence. And Deebo Samuel, how could he only get 2 catches? I just don't get it. You know, I mean, screens, quick wide receiver screens, jet sweeps, whatever you have to do to get him the ball and get the ball in his hands, that's what you got to do. But really impressed with Jimmy G. He made some key throws at the end. And I'll tell you another guy that I was really impressed with, Brandon Aiyuk. You talk about a guy that was in a doghouse, a guy that was really frustrated. He comes out. He makes a couple mistakes, and he puts up the game-winning touchdown.
That's right. He had the fumble, and then he had the drop touchdown from Jimmy Garoppolo that put him right on there. He sets up the late touchdown, and he had another big third-down conversion late in the game. Brandon Aiyuk, you've been high on him, and remember, you know, they said he went from the doghouse, now he's in the penthouse the way he's been playing.
But you talk about Christian McCaffrey and all the attention that he's receiving. This is going to open up even more opportunities for Brandon. But Brandon showed me a lot of maturity because he didn't get frustrated. He didn't get upset with himself. He continued to hang in there. And like I said, he made some of the key plays down the stretch, and this is what you want. They're going to have to pay this brother because this brother's a good football player.
And how about Juwan Jennings as well? Came out of nowhere in the second half, and he had that one first down where he's moving defenders all around. Looked like George Kittle carrying the football. In their backfield, I know Christian McCaffrey, he's the headline, gets all the talk with regard to the trade. John Lynch, is a big move they made as a franchise to bring him here. But you like that other running back. Why?
I love me some Elijah Mitchell. And when he came back, he gives you that downhill physical presence. And Christian McCaffrey, at one point, he was struggling with that downhill inside run. And then you get a bigger, more physical back in there. And I tell you, he came in, he gave him a boost, and it's just what they needed.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.